Tenika, thank you so much for your time today, first and foremost. Amazing work you're doing in the show. I would love to start by getting to know what attracted you to this project as an actor.
The first female gladiatrix in the world of Spartacus, I was in. I was in from the time that I learned that Stephen DeKnight had created this character because it's something we've never seen before. Um, Black female gladiatrix in the sense that she's a Cushite woman. It made me learn. It made me learn about a new historical society that I had never explored before. And I'm such a nerd for that, learning about my characters and being taught something new. And so that's what I was excited to create an archetype, to have a world that defined characters that maybe weren't represented before, so to be a part of that is huge. And I think it's important.
Very much so, very much so, and it is such an incredible character too because of the depth that you have given her. And I'm very curious talking about the creation and the research that you did. How did you find that incredible depth and that incredible essence of Achillia?
I think I discovered it. I
Hmm.
discovered it over time. I don't think I initially understood the depth of her when I first got the role, because there's what you see on paper and then there's the real life experience of it. And she surprised me consistently while playing her. The discomfort, the strength that it would take to do some of the things that we did on the
Yeah,
show. Um, I think she's an accurate representation of what it feels like to be an outsider and an underdog in a world that just doesn't want you. And
yeah, yeah.
what are you going to do to survive in that world? How are you going to push past limits? How are you going to defy expectations in order to survive? And I feel like any audience member, any viewer watching this show will find themselves through Achillia's resilience to get back up and keep fighting.
I love that. I love that. That definitely sums her up beautifully. In fact, that's so spot on. And it's also amazing too that this series is so much about want, so much about desire, things people are just searching for. Ultimately, I mean, obviously, we know in the immediate, she wants her freedom, she wants her agency, but ultimately, what is Achilles searching for?
Oh, she needs to prove herself worthy.
Mm,
She needs to find that strength inside of herself to know that she's able to stand back up. She's able to be powerful. She's able to step into the role of the goddess of death, whatever Ashur sees in her that she doesn't necessarily see in herself yet.
yeah, I love
So I
that.
believe that she's like Ashur, very similar in those respects. They're proving themselves worthy in a world that is challenging and really difficult.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. And yeah, you see that kindred spirit between the two of them too when it comes to what they kind of both want. So that's another really great point there. And then obviously this is just a massive franchise, so beloved, so huge. What does it mean to you as an actor and just as a person too to be part of such a huge franchise now?
Ugh, it's a dream come true. That's all I can really say. I'm a great fan of this show. And, I will definitely say as a child growing up, I didn't have anyone who looked like me that I could use as a role model to feel strong and powerful. I had Xena Warrior Princess. I put a towel on my head. I pretended I made my sound and did all of that, but she didn't look anything like me. And so to be able to create an archetype and a character that one day somebody might look up to, just like I was when I was that little girl, it feels quite powerful. It feels important and it feels like it feels it feels heart fulfilling. That's the only way I could describe it, just to know that I'm able to be a part of that.
That's so awesome. That really is. That's so incredible. The last question that I have for you today, without any spoilers, because you have to talk about just the wonder of the show because it's so big and so amazing. What are you most excited for audiences to experience when they get a chance to settle in and watch?
Oh gosh, to see the way these people in this world will survive and define themselves by any means necessary. I will leave you with that because there's so many twists and turns that the audience is going to fall in love with.
I would agree. I know that I enjoyed them, that's for sure. But yeah, we don't want to spoil, that's for sure. But
Mhm.
that's all the questions we have for today, all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for your amazing insights. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much, John. Really appreciate you.